should we start with the main event?
Yeah.
Go top to bottom.
Yeah. No, I like that.
By the way, just move over a little bit.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You can't see your
I'll
beautiful
come into
face.
the light.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll come into the light.
You're a little bit covered
How's that?
by the big mic.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Alex Periera, Jiri
yeah.
Prochazka, second round KO.
Big fight. Periera, yeah. I was going to say Prochazka, but I completely messed up.
That's
yeah.
buddy.
Alex Periera, Jiri Prochazka. Yeah. Second round KO. We called it.
We called it, yeah. I had it down. I'm a little gambling app at a third round knockout, so I was a bit gutted. But yeah, a very good result nonetheless. And yeah, I think we both saw that coming. It was just him putting his head out there too much.
Yeah.
Didn't like it.
He got clipped a couple times.
He did get clipped a couple times, and I think stylistically it was just Alex Periera's fight from the get-go.
Yeah. Jiri had some moments, but he never looked like he was truly, mounting any meaningful attack, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he took him down, obviously, but Periera managed to get back up. He really didn't do any damage on the ground, like, at all.
That's right.
And on the feet, he just looked like he was in danger the whole time. And I don't think he landed anything big.
No, he did. Yeah, like you say, he did have a couple moments, and I think he did land one or two strikes that kind of had me a bit worried there for Alex. But yeah, like you say, when they were on their feet, it was Alex's fight the whole time. And I think it was just the fact that he has more of a straight up kind of kickboxing approach, and Jiri is stylistically just the complete opposite. It's kickboxing. It's more Muay Thai, I guess, but it's all over the shop, and he's launching attacks from everywhere. But Alex just kept his guard up and kept plugging away.
His composure was
that's right. Yeah.
And he was making reads that first round. You could tell. He landed a couple leg kicks, really significant leg kicks, which slowed him down. Yeah, I think like the first or second one he landed made Jiri fall, which is quite insane to think. Like, Yuri's been leg kicked before by many big guys. And as soon as Alex steps in there, former middleweight drops him. Like, obviously was doing some insane those leg kicks are just next level.
Yeah, they are. They are probably, I'd say, one of his best weapons.
For sure.
I mean, that left hook obviously is just right up there, but the way that he can wear people down with those leg kicks, I mean, we saw him do it against Izzy. And yeah, I'm sure we'll see him do it against plenty of other people in future. It's just, he does seem to have it levels above everyone else.
Yeah. There's no telegraph. That's the crazy thing. The way he throws it, there's just literally no telegraph. It's just right through there,
and it's so snappy. It doesn't even look like he's throwing himself into it too much. It's just the technique is just down, and he's hitting the exact spot that he wants to shut your leg off.
Right on the calf.
Yeah,
no, it's crazy. That final barrage. It was obviously Jiri came in. He got him in close. He clipped him with the left. He finished him. He put him down with the right. Insane how much power he can generate from a short left hook and a short right hook even. Because I think it was the left hook which kind of pushed him in to the right, which dropped him. And then those elbows just devastating on the takedown.
It was pretty nasty after that.
Brutal. Yeah, honestly. Jiri took it like a man.
He did, yeah. Well, what do you expect? I mean, he's
a warrior.
He's a warrior, yeah. I mean, this takes no shine off his name in my books.
No,
I mean,
no, definitely not.
Like he came in and fought Glover for the belt last time and won in the 5th round, which I think then got fight of the year.
I think it could have done. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
should have done.
Obviously, just a great competitor in that division. But like we talked about, I think it was last week or possibly the week before, that light heavyweight division has still got a wee bit of time to iron itself out because there's a lot of creases in that top 10.
Yeah, for sure. You got to look at it now that Periera's the champ, and you look at it and you're like, okay, so obviously he should probably fight Jamal Hill once he's back. That's like the obvious one, right? He was the former champ, the current champ. Get them together. There's a few guys that could really do some damage to Periera, and I'm not taking anything away from Periera, but you look at the likes of Ankalaev with his wrestling prowess. that could cause a lot of problems for someone like Periera. You've got the likes of Johnny Walker. I don't think he would cause too many problems. He's a little bit like Periera in the way that he is extremely unorthodox. But
Yeah.
it's not a big, strong wrestler who can actually hold him down and get some offense off. I'm not saying that that it's an easy walk in the park for them, but that's a tough challenge for Alex at 205.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, apart from Ankalaev though,
who else?
Who else is there? And we saw him take Jan down, and he wasn't able to. I mean, obviously Jan's a bit more well versed in the way of ground game, but there wasn't in that fight against Jan. There wasn't too much done on the ground.
Crazy damage from what I can remember, but.
And there
was a few moments.
There was a few moments that he could have taken advantage on the ground against Jan there. This is Ankalaev I'm talking about. Yeah. So, I mean, I see where you're coming from, but there's no one that I look at in that top like title kind of conversation at the moment that really would worry me like that. Yeah, that much. I mean,
Jamal Hill. I really don't see Jamal Hill beating Periera. I really just can't see it happening. Honestly. Seems like that left hand or that just anything that he touches anyone with, it just puts them to sleep or it rocks them so bad that he can finish them.
Yeah, I agree. There was like the Jamal Hill we saw against Glover Teixeira was one that we hadn't seen before. So I mean, if he can come back and level up his performance again like he did in that on that occasion, I think there is a world where he could pose some threats to Alex's game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, in the way of striking, he's levels above.
He is for real, man. It's Jamal Hill, he's got some good boxing, but I don't see him out boxing and doing a Strickland versus Izzy.
I think this is good for the light heavyweight division though. Having a champ that does look somewhat dominant sitting on the throne. It's not someone up there who, I mean, he has only just moved into the division, but yeah, you can see some. You can see some good matchups, and you're not worried, like some of these other guys who are champ, like we're talking about Strickland the other day, going up against Duplessis next. That's that's a bit out there. That's kind of a bit on the cuff. It's like it's a bit of a.
You don't believe that Strickland's the champ and he's the favorite kind of thing.
And then also, I mean, what's going to happen when Merab fights O'Malley if that ever comes to be? Like there's some guys who are atop of their division, but it's kind of like. You get this feeling as soon as someone else gets there, it's all over. But for Alex Periera, he looks well and truly in the driver's seat of that light heavyweight division right now.
I think I agree. Because really, Jiri was the biggest test, right? At 205. He obviously never lost the belt. Jamal Hill stepped in and he beat Glover very convincingly. But I still think that Jiri skill for skill was the biggest challenge at 205. Like I say, if Ankalaev can kind of pull his stuff together and put a few wins together, show some ground dominance, he's a good kickboxer as well. He's got a good chin. I think that could definitely cause some issues for Alex, but a lot of the top guys are strikers, or they're not like dominant wrestlers at 205. So yeah, I could see him remaining champ for a decent chunk of time, which is exciting. It's nice to have a bit of stability because, really since John Jones left that division, it's just been a complete, it's just been a roundabout. What's next? What's next for these guys?
Well, yeah, I agree with you. Jamal Hill's got to be next. I mean, if you're going to line Jiri up, after waiting for an injury for that title shot straight away, it's got to be Jamal next.
Yeah, never lost the belt.
Never lost the belt and, vacated it, which he didn't have to do. So, hats off to the guy.
I don't think he did actually vacate it. He was the champ up until the moment that fight finished. So technically, he essentially did vacate.
Yeah. Well, that was the same for the...
Yeah, that was the same with Jiri.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'd like to see Jamal versus Alex Periera. In terms of who Prochazka goes up against next, it's tricky. I mean...
Maybe the winner of Blachowicz and who's he fighting?
Good question.
Rakic.
Oh yeah,
I think that's on this card.
It was only just announced.
It was, it was only very recently announced. Yeah, so I'll show you this. So Blachowicz obviously is fighting on this card. against Alexander Rakic. That could be a good one for the loser of that title fight, Yuri.
Yeah, it's a wee ways away. I mean,
it is.
It's a bit of a break to wait 3 months to see the outcome of a fight before, you know, you then got to wait possibly another couple of months until you fight again.
Well, so, Yuri probably will want to get right back into it, probably. But then he did get knocked out. So,
who else is?
He might need a break.
Yeah, who else is sitting up there in the?
Do we have a wee peek?
Light heavyweight division.
Do you want to do your weather report?
Yeah, I was just going to say, guys, today we are blistering hot here in Christchurch, reaching a high so far of 27 degrees. Not many clouds in the sky, still a few around. Kobe and I realizing that we're going to need some AC in here shortly. Having these curtains closed and this light beaming at us in 27, 28 degrees, it's not nice.
It isn't nice. We're sweating. No. Is this sweat on my little forehead? By the way, you're a little bit covered by the camera.
That's all right.
Okay. Do you like to be covered?
I don't mind, but
I like to be covered in a little black thing.
No.
But hey, let's get back on to the topic, okay?
I'd like that.
Jamal Hill. Sounds Scottish.
Yeah. So we've got.
So here we go. Obviously, it still shows Jamal Hill because they've not updated it. There's Yuri number 1. So Ankalaev is number 2.
Yeah.
But they'll probably match him up with Johnny Walker again.
They have.
They already have?
Yeah.
Has that been announced?
Yeah, I think that was announced this morning.
Well, there you go. Alex Periera, he's not going to fight him because...
Yeah, well, they just fought yesterday.
Lost.
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Head up, Rakic. I don't think he's got anyone else to fight.
No.
Apart from the winner of either Ankalaev versus Johnny Walker or the winner of Rakic and Blachowicz. I really don't think there's anyone else it would be fair to put him up against. Unless you want to give Anthony Smith a shot.
Anthony Smith.
Anton.
Versus Jiri Prochazka. I reckon that fight would make a lot of sense, you know.
Just for Smith's well-being.
Yeah. Just
make him feel better.
I know we did say in the last episode that he should retire and just become a backup fighter full-time, but maybe this is one more. This is what he comes out for.
Yeah. But, I mean, he's already been Özdemir, Ryan Spann lost recently, Roundtree's booked. And all these guys are just too low in the rankings to even consider for...
Dominic Reyes has now been booked as well.
Yeah, Reyes is booked. And he's already beat Reyes, and Reyes is now 13th on a massive losing streak.
It's a shame
that.
Well, yeah, it might be a bit of waiting around for Jiri Prochazka.
Oh, who else, Who else? Unless he wants to change divisions, but there's no division for him to really change to.
He's still got some things to prove here at light heavyweight, I think. But
absolutely.
I mean, we'll keep our ears out for that announcement when he's coming back. Yeah, I think
we're gonna have to wait. Yeah, super interesting fight though.
Oh yeah.
Went down like we predicted.
Most exactly.
Crazy stare down.
Yeah, that would put fear into that was putting fear into me, and I'm halfway across the world. You know,
I was shaking.
Yeah,
I cried a little bit.
Yeah, I actually had to run and hide behind the couch and kind of peep over just out of fear.
Yeah, I went into a different room for most of the fight.
Fair enough.
You know,